There's a universal truth that most people miss because they've been conditioned to believe the opposite. You don't need permission to go after your dream. You don't need someone to tap you on the shoulder and say, now it's your turn. Life doesn't work like a waiting room where you sit quietly and hope the universe calls your number. Too many people are waiting for validation, for a sign, for the right time. But here's the truth. You are the sign. We live in a world that teaches us to wait for approval. Approval from parents, teachers, bosses, society, the algorithm. We're told to follow the rules. Stay in line. Be realistic. And the moment we internalize that, we hand over our power. We shrink ourselves. We wait for someone to say, it's okay to be great. But no one is coming. Not because people don't care, but because it's not their job to see your vision. It's yours. The dream was given to you, not them. The fire in your belly, that restlessness you feel when you know you're made for more, that's not random. That's a divine clue. That's life saying, why not you? So many people die with their dreams still inside them, not because they weren't capable, but because they were waiting to be chosen. But you don't get chosen. You choose yourself. You step into the arena. You raise your hand and say, I'm in. I don't have all the answers yet. I might fall flat on my face, but I'm willing to show up. That's where the shift happens. The moment you stop waiting and start deciding, everything changes. Decisions are powerful, not the kind where you say, I'll try, or let's see what happens. No. Decisions with certainty. When you decide that your dream is not optional, that your calling is non-negotiable, life starts moving with you instead of against you. But here's where the mind can play tricks. It'll whisper things like, who do you think you are? Or, you're not ready. Or, you need more credentials. That voice is fear. It's the ego's way of keeping you safe. It's not evil. It's protective. But the problem is, your comfort zone and your calling are not in the same location. If you keep waiting until you're ready, you'll never move. Because you get ready by doing. Confidence doesn't come before the leap. It comes after. You build belief by building momentum. And the only way to build momentum is to start. Imperfectly, boldly, and with full ownership. Look at any person who has created something extraordinary. They weren't the smartest. They weren't the most talented. But they made the decision to act. They stopped waiting for certainty, and they chose courage instead. That's the secret. That's the difference between those who create the life they want and those who settle for the life they're handed. When you claim your dream, people won't always understand. Some will doubt you. Some will project their own limitations onto you, and that's okay. You're not here to be understood. You're to be unapologetically you. You're here to walk in alignment with your truth, not their expectations. Choosing yourself doesn't mean you won't be afraid. It means you'll move forward with the fear. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the presence of it. Every breakthrough is on the other side of that choice. So what are you waiting for? If you're looking for someone to tell you enough, you are. If you're waiting for someone to give you permission to go all in, you have it. If you've been hoping for the world to finally see your worth, it starts when you do. Your future isn't going to come find you. You have to build it, brick by brick, decision by decision. And every time you hesitate, every time you play small, you're reinforcing the idea that you need someone else to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. But you were born equipped. You've got gifts you haven't even unwrapped yet. You've got strengths that only reveal themselves under pressure. You've got a voice that someone else desperately needs to hear. But none of that gets activated until you stop waiting and start owning your life. Think about this. How many times have you talked yourself out of something because it didn't feel like the right time? But what if the right time doesn't exist? What if the decision is what creates the timing? The moment you stop looking for perfect conditions and start creating them, that's when things begin to align. Action is the catalyst for clarity. The road doesn't light up until you take the first step. And the more steps you take, the more the path reveals itself. So instead of waiting to know everything before you start, commit to learning as you go. Growth isn't found in preparation, it's found in participation. Let me tell you something from years of working with people across the world. Most people aren't failing because they're incapable. They're failing because they're undecided. They're stuck in analysis, stuck in perfectionism, stuck in someday. And someday is not a day on the calendar. It's a graveyard where dreams go to die. You have a decision to make. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now, will you keep waiting? Or will you step into your life fully, fiercely, and finally? Because everything changes when you decide to back yourself. You are not missing anything. You are not behind. The timing is not off. The resources are not too few. What you need is already inside you. It's just waiting on your decision to unleash it. The moment you stop waiting for permission and start living like you've already been chosen, because you have, you become unstoppable. You start leading, creating, serving, and living in a way that inspires to do the same. So if you've been standing on the edge wondering if you should go for it, this is your moment. You don't need more signs. You need to decide that your time is now. Because in the end, the world doesn't give power to those who wait for it. The world responds to those who own it. Stop waiting. Start becoming. You are the permission you've been waiting for.